Hey, church. Hi. It's been a while. I am slowly making my way out of sabbatical, and I've learned a lot during this time. I've learned how hard it is for me to rest. But this space, this little sunroom that we have in the new house is kind of the only room that I feel like is kind of settled. So it's really been just a sacred space for me, and I've really enjoyed being with the Lord and learning how to be with the Lord and not do for the Lord. And I want to share with you some more about that, and I want to hear from you about the ways that that God has been speaking to you, and the way the story of God, the story of us, has been helping you understand your story, and the ways that God is writing our story together. And so let's do that. Let's take some time to share. We're going to do that on October 1st, Sunday morning, October 1st, 9 o'clock at First Presbyterian in downtown Cape. And we will share. I'll share a little. I'll invite you to share a little. And we'll share communion. And I figure we ought to also share some food. So let's have a potluck, right? Like anything can be a good excuse for a potluck. And I look forward to that time together with you as we hear more about what to expect between October and December, and also just kind of all get on the same page and kind of stack hands and, go team. I mean, we're getting ready to launch into something really new and really different, and we don't know exactly what that is yet, and so it's going to take a lot of focus. A lot of our energy and our commitment is going to be actually all of it is going to be on this time of preparing to launch. As I looked back at the things that I had handed you in May, the information sheet and what I had said at our May meeting, I look at it and I think, yeah, I think these things still apply. We're still planning on, looks like, penciled in, but looks like January 2024 will be the time when we launch, and that's like 15 weeks away. So we've got a lot of work to do between now and then. And so we need a launch team. We need folks who are going to come together and help us figure out, what does that look like? What's our name going to be? Where are we going to meet? What are our gatherings going to look like? What other ministries are we going to have? What kind of culture do we need to create that God is calling us to really embody what it means to be the body of Christ in this community for the people that God is calling us to. And so I want to meet with you one-on-one and talk with you about what those different ways are that you can be involved in this whole launch process. And when I say I want to meet with you, I mean you, really, you, like whoever you are. I even have an option for us to meet by Zoom. So if you aren't in the area, but you want to know if there are ways that you can be involved, the answer is yes. So please sign up for a time. You'll receive an email that has a link to my calendar that has all the available times that I have there. And so when we meet, I'll share with you all the different ways that you can be involved, and you get to see how it is that God may be calling you. Even if you think it's way, way, way behind the scenes, we need those folks who are way behind the scenes. We need you. I also just want to meet you. Some of you I've never even met before. And I want to be able to sit across the table from you and hear some of your story and share with you the ways that God is calling us to move forward. So while we focus so much on how we are going to launch and what that is going to look like, and it's going to take a lot of our energy. And so I hope you're ready to lean in to that. But that means that our Sunday mornings are going to be an opportunity for us to go to other places to begin to worship and begin to see what does it feel like to be new? Because those are the people that God's calling us to be able to welcome. People who have felt far from God or who have felt far from the church. And so we need to empathize. We need to begin to experience what they experience. If you're walking into a place that you're unfamiliar with, or you're not sure what their customs are or their traditions, or if you're sitting in somebody's seat, or where do you take your kids, or how do you know what door to go in, or did the website tell you what time it started? Was it right? Like, there's so many things that we need to begin to pay attention to as we go and visit other churches on Sunday mornings. And this isn't a time for us to go and decide what we like or don't like. it's a time for us to really see what can we learn from this experience? What can we learn? What is God going to try to teach us? And it will be worship, because even if you end up being in a place where you don't feel particularly comfortable, worship is about our hearts. It's about where we are and about how we are coming before God. And so I pray that it is a worshipful time for us, even as we are taking notes and we are paying attention to what it would feel like for a new person to walk into this space. And then we're going to take that information and we're going to bring it together, and we're going to start to see, well, how is God using that to form us and to show us how he wants us to show up for people who are not yet a part of us. You know, we've spent these last 3 months letting God nurture us, letting God care for us, finding ways to kind of just settle our spirits. And I know for me, my spirit feels more settled. But now the opportunity is for us to share that with others, to help others begin to see that there is a God who meets them in the midst of their stuff, and that we have experience with this God. And so this is really a pivotal time for us. It's a time to shift our thinking from what we need and how we needed God to care for us, which we did. And we've learned to care for one another in that. And now it's time for us to begin to think, okay, but what's the new thing that God is doing? And we're going to shift our focus, and we're going to begin to let God use our experience to lead us towards reaching others, to sharing that good news with those who do not yet know it. They've not yet experienced, or they have experienced it so long ago that they've forgotten what it's like to be in relationship with God. And we have the opportunity now to be intentional about the kind of culture that we create, about the kind of generosity that we express towards others, the kind of hospitality that we are willing to sacrifice on our end so that we can make others know God, make God known, right? To help others experience the love that we have experienced. And so that's going to be our focus, this new thing, and the ways that God is going to show up in our lives as he uses us to show up in others' lives. And so I hope to see you on October 1st. I really hope to see you, hopefully even before October 1st, but at least by then, I want to see you one-on-one. And so sign up for one of those calendar slots. And I look forward to being back with you and to getting this new thing started. What a ride we are in for. I can't wait to see you. See you soon.